Welcome back. I have yet another rant. So this is now a rant about my swim class, or better yet, a lifeguard that was present at my swim class. Does that make sense? You'll understand when I get to it. So let's start this story, incident, situation, whatever. Moving on. As you already know, I did a video on learning to swim with my instructor Stanley, who thinks I swim like this when I'm kicking my feet. You know, I was having a good time. The video more or less says I was having fun. Now, 2 weeks ago, after swim class, one of the things that we learned was to, telling you the man's a genius. What we basically went to the deep end. I was holding on for dear life. Go to the deep end of the pool, and he says, hold on with one arm. Hold on to the side of the pool with one arm. And I'm like, yeah. Then he tells us to take our right hand, put it right next to ourselves, and basically it's like we're standing at attention, but with one hand down and one hand holding on to the pool, because we'll drown. And then he says, take a deep breath and go under. Needless to say, I looked at him like he was crazy, and I was like, boy, bye. No. So I watched everybody else do it. They did it once, they did it twice, they did it 3 times. And then I was like, okay, no one else has drowned. So why not? Man, let's go down. I held on. I looked at him, I was like, you better get me if I start to die. Took a deep breath, and then I went down. And miraculously, my body won't stay down. So I was like, okay, maybe he knows what he's talking about. So now I trust him. Class is over. Fast forward 45 minutes. Class is over. He says, okay, so now take these new techniques that you've learned and take it over to the multi-use pool, multi-use lane, and practice. Okay, cool. We get there, and by we, I mean me and 3 other classmates. We get over there. We have the boogie board. We have the little pool noodle. We tie it into a pretzel, and we go over there because that was also what we were using during the class that day. So we did, I think 4 laps, I guess, from the shallow end to the 5-foot mark, and then we turned around and we came back. So we did that 4 times. And then we were like, you know what, let's try what we learned today that Stanley told us, we can practice. And when we get past the 5-foot mark, there is a lifeguard literally standing right there, like right there. That's how close she was, chatting with 2 older women who were in the deep end with like these belts. I don't know what they are, but it looks like pool noodles, but in a belt form. And they both had these on them, and they're hanging out in the deep end, whatever. And we're making our way down there to practice this new thing that Stanley told us to practice. And I think we must have made it to like maybe the 7-foot mark. And this chick, lifeguard chick, turns around and goes, I'm not going to say this to you again. You can't come over here if you can't swim unassisted. I was like, me? Me? I said it to you before. I'm not going to say it again. I was like, so let's pause this story for a second. You're not going to talk to me anyway. You're not going to talk to me like I'm not going to throw hands when it comes to it. You damn sure not going to talk to me like I'm this small. Because, bitch, no. present day. She said it like 3-4 times. Wouldn't even let us get our, like, we can't get a word in to be like, oh no, we were just at the swim class 3 lanes over, and our swim instructor told us to come over here and try this technique as long as we're in pairs. Like, that's what we were going to tell her, because that's literally what this man just told us. Okay? I didn't get a word in. If you can't swim unassisted, you can't be over here. I was like, I'm about to slap this shit. You know what? Because she's not worth my freedom. She's not worth my freedom, because I would have slapped the dog shit out of her. But bring it back. I'm going to be civilized. So, of course, I was like, you know what? Before I act up, you can have that. Show off in front of your homegirls right here, and you'll be hearing from me. She looked at me like she didn't understand. But let me tell you, she understands now. Because, what did I do? I went and I sent the one and only email to her supervisor. And I mean, I went off in the email. She was nasty, she was rude, she was disrespectful, she is demeaning. I am a paying member. This is not what I signed up for. If this is what I should expect when she's speaking to me, how is she going to speak to my children when I sign them up for any class that has to do with this pool? She is a lifeguard. She has no manners. Yeah, I went in. Needless to say, she had to personally apologize to me in front of her manager. And now my swim class is free. I got credited for my money that I spent for you to turn around and be a disrespectful little fucking chickenhead because you want to show off for people in the pool. You lucky I didn't go after your job. But that would have been being petty. And I'm trying to be a grown-up. But anyway, then I go and freaking get sick, and I miss my class. So now I don't know what the hell happened. And it looks like, excuse me, and it looks like it's a good thing that I don't have to pay for this class, because I'm missing classes. And like, how can you miss classes in a swim class? Next week, he's going to build on what we learned this week, and I couldn't go this week because I got sick. This sucks. So, lifeguard was an asshole. I had a bitch fit via email. Situation got rectified in 3 days. She ain't that bad and bougie no more, because bitch, bye. And those same 2 older women now have nothing to say. Because they were there. They were there that day. Oh, she didn't say anything disrespectful. I was like, well, they're lying. You have an option. Believe them. Who I have 3 other classmates who literally saw them in the pool with the little belt floaty things, which means they can't swim unassisted, but they could hang out in the deep end because the lifeguard is standing right there. But myself and 3 classmates can't do the same. Really? Whatever. It got rectified, and I just wanted to have a mini rant because the petty side of me is still pissed off that she really thought she could talk to me like I wouldn't have got out that pool and slapped the dog shit out of her. And I like to say that phrase, by the way. But look at my makeup. I'm looking at the viewfinder that's up there. I really shouldn't be. But look at my makeup. I purposely didn't cover my blemishes with concealer because I really don't want to, because I like them. And I tried this new, I tried liquid liner. Ooh, me and this thing doesn't have a, whatever. And then I have some color, and then and then I like this, and and that's it. So, yet another rant. Not this serious, you know, still a rant nonetheless. And I will see you in the next one. I don't know what that video is going to be about, though. So, I'll figure it out. Bye.